to go to like my mother, my grandmother, my sisters, and I was, listen, I'm going to give you a bounty, $10,000. If you can get to where you have a MetaMask, you get $10,000. At any time you have to stop, call me up, and the bounty goes down. And you realize that people get stuck really quickly. This is a very advanced technology, and I think that along the way of this advancement, we kind of like missed the ball of like leaving the breadcrumbs as maybe people think, and that's the future here. You know, like I really, really, truly believe is when everyday Americans are using this, and they're experiencing this, and they understand the freedom of it. And that's, to me, is the coolest thing ever, is that your bank is wherever you go. It's in your pocket. You know, you have money, it's right here. It's like, here's where I go, here's what I use. It truly, it's funny, you know, in just the day-to-day life, you know, like I'll bring my ledger to the golf course, you know, or I'll bring my ledger to a meeting, you know, and they're like, wait, you have all your funds right here. I'm like,
you've broken out at dinner, like on multiple random occasions.
I was like, I got this one, boys.
Yeah, we got this.
And the thing is, you know, like, and at that same notion, again, it's just the parallel of these spaces is going to be the hardest intersection to me. It truly is. And so you need the largest grasp of the simplest ways to do it. And like, I've just never met in my entire life someone who can break something down so simply like you and your father and your family does. And I really think like merging these two gaps gives the American, you know, person a fighting chance for this sovereign freedom. And it's going to be a revolutionized thing, because the average person doesn't even get to get a yield off of the dollar. I mean, you go put your dollars in the stable coins, you put them on chain, you're instantly making money. It's like, and it's all backed by the treasury, you know what I'm saying? So it becomes like this, why are we excluding this, you know, from the world? And part of me thinks that sometimes some people want excluded. Some people want it held off from the world. Some people inside of it want it held off.
A lot of very powerful people, for a lot of very bad reasons, definitely don't want this to happen, right? I mean, it eliminates a lot of their power. It eliminates a lot of their potential resources, and, you know, that inefficiency. Someone's making money for it. When 08 happened, you know, a lot of people still bought Hamptons houses, and a lot of people were left with no retirement savings, and that's, I think we're trying to eliminate that inequity there.
Yeah, I mean, efficiency is a very, very profitable business for some.
Oh yeah.
Right. That's I think the misconception is that not crypto versus the U.S. dollar. It's crypto and the U.S. dollar. It's crypto and America. It's crypto supporting America and vice versa. But a lot of people seem to be making this like warfare between the two of them. But we're just trying to build something cool, man.
You know, exactly. I mean, and that's the thing is like, you know, I see a lot of the bifurcation in the asset ownerships. You know, like the classes. You know, like who's better than other. And I get it. I understand it. You know, the camaraderie and all that. But like, my goal is unified. It is to bring liquidity into this space, period and dot period. And so far, the best Rails I've ever seen to do is going in the Rails via stablecoin, right? And it's like, until there's other easier on-ramp, that's the avenues that we explore, you know? And so, like I said, my goal is a very simple one, and I don't want to make enemies. No, I know I will. And everybody's like, oh, you're this way or that way. It's seriously just to bring in liquidity into the space that's much needed.
I love that. Well, thank you very much. Chase, hang tight. I know Zach's here. I know Eric is probably getting interviewed by Fox right now, but we do have Baron on the Twitter Spaces, and I've got questions for him. Or he's not here anymore. We took too long, so we're gonna try him.
Try to get him back.
We're gonna try him. Try and get him back if he's still
teenagers.
around. Yeah, I mean,
I'm like the old boomer now. I'm like a grumpy old man with a white beard. It's like a.
He's gonna come back? Okay. I mean, I see Baron's account on here, but he's gonna come back. Okay, awesome. I just got news that Baron or Eric? Sorry. Eric. Yeah,
Eric's coming back. Yeah, he's just finishing up TV.
He's in the van outside doing it with Fox, right? I think he's on national television right now. If you're watching Fox instead of this.
No, you should be watching this instead.
You should be watching this. We're listening.
This
The
is
camera.
It's a little more exciting.
Yeah.
I wish you could see us now, because this is looking really good. Okay, this room is sick.
It's definitely horrible. This place is amazing, isn't it?
This painting is fire.
It's pretty aggressive.
I wish. I mean, this camera 1 or 2 was good.
It's got its own lore, right?
Oh.
So that painting was given to my father, but the left hand was left unpainted. And they said, the artist basically said, you know, hey, I'm giving this to you. If you want me to finish, it's $25,000. Or whatever the number was. And I think my father basically went to another artist and be like, here, I'll give you $500 to get you painted a hand. So the hand is a little bit different. He was like, I'm not going to get gamed by this clown. Let's say, you know.
That is too
good. I think it's like one of the most Trump stories ever. I believe it to be accurate. This has been legend for a while, so.
We got to do Rug Radio more, because I'm getting stories that I haven't heard
Listen,
my entire life.
Yeah, listen.
Friends with Junior.
Yeah, my big problem is, put a camera on me, I get much more open than I am. I'm basically like a recluse that likes to go shooting by myself.
You guys are welcome on Rugby anytime you want. We have over like 100 creators across the world creating content. I'm live every morning. I'll come back tomorrow. I'll go for y'all.
We'll do a lot. You come on my show on Rumble, we'll talk more about this. Listen, because this is going to be an evolution. And again, just because, again, I'd say, I'm a reasonably sophisticated financial person. I'd be an accredited investor in basically anything. And yet, even going through this journey, if it's complicated for me, it's too complicated for most people, to get started. And so again, making it easy, taking people through it, going through, the tutorials that, Zach has taken us through, just like, here's the details and here's what's going on. And I'm like, if we can simplify that to people, once you get through it, it's like, it's not that bad, but the barrier to entry, even just psychologically, when you see all of this stuff, is a lot, and it doesn't have to be. And so, if I can contribute anything to all of this in the future, is just, creating that access for everyone. Because the more people that are using it, the more people that are out there active, I think honestly, the bigger front we put towards those, traditional institutions that had sort of the monopoly, whether it's liquidity or otherwise for far too long and for no real reason.
I love that. I think that's a great segue into the next segment. I mean, Zach, if you want to join us, I know you're busy. You're handling your things. I think we could go to Zach and Chase. Chase, you hang tight right there. We'll switch one Trump for another Trump in 5 minutes. I think he said it's going to be 15. But yeah, Zach, I mean, sit here, and then when Eric comes, that way when Eric comes, you guys can just swap around, right? That's an easy one. I mean, the camera can fix all that. All right, so I guess we'll wait for Eric, but in the meantime, I do have you two. So let's get right into that. Let me just, you're a tall guy, Zach, so they've got to readjust the mic, dude.
No problem.
They had to adjust it.
Take your time.
They had to,
Right? Like you sure?
yeah, come here, and if you want, when Eric comes, we'll just slide.
I sit
down
next to him
and
all
let
day,
Eric
every
next
day,
to me. This is great. I mean, listen, guys, no pressure, but there's still 72,000 people listening live. It is a lot, right? It's not that bad. Wait. What? I love Don Jr. just throwing shots.
Welcome to a day in the life of World Liberty Finance.
I mean, you should sit with us until Eric comes.
Yeah, come
You
back
should sit
here.
until Eric comes, man. Skinning you until Eric comes. So just confirming, Zach, is it true that you stole Don Jr.'s wife's jeans?
Maybe or maybe not.
Okay.
On advice of
What is the
counsel,
lawyer
I'm
saying?
told to not answer that
No,
question.
Like I said, I wasn't sure if the mics picked it up, but when I stop breaking shots, that's when you have to actually worry. So if I'm breaking balls, you're in my good graces.
It wouldn't be rug radio if nobody's breaking chops.
Exactly.
So let me tell you that. So Zach, we'll just start with you, right? Until we get Eric back. So listen, Zach, I know that you care a lot about usability. That's something that we've been talking about a lot. You think that it's one of the biggest barriers to DeFi adoption. It's something that you and I kind of,
I think it's the biggest barrier.
The biggest barrier. So
DeFi adoption right now.
you and I got to talk about this, yesterday through launch when we were waiting for the whole thing to happen. So how does your platform, how does World Liberty Financial address this challenge of usability? And then who do you plan on bringing into DeFi ecosystem with this platform?
Great questions. So the first thing is, and I think that Don Jr. was kind of alluding to this, is the usability in DeFi is so difficult or confusing. Now, what I mean by that is a lot of the DeFi protocols, like for example, we've sent, Eric or Don Jr. links to some of our favorite DeFi protocols and said, here's what you do on this platform, here's what to do. And I've done this with a lot of my friends. I've got a lot of friends, Chase and I have a lot of friends who are wealthy, they are technically savvy, and they already have exposure to cryptocurrencies, be it Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever. But the majority of these friends of ours hold all of these assets in their Coinbase account. They never deploy these funds into DeFi, and most of them aren't even aware that there's something that you can do beyond just speculate on assets, right? And for us, the thing that we like the most, you already heard Chase talking about stable coins, but the ability to generate yield off of something that's pegged to the US dollar and kind of remove that speculation. For me, I think that's one of the things where, like Chase said, where the most opportunity to bring new people into this space are. And the ability to show people who already have a lot of exposure to assets like Ethereum and Bitcoin, that not only is there something you can do with these assets, but making a product where it's really easy for the user to engage with it. Now, I know we have like 70 some odd thousand people who are still on this, and your father left, which means they're sticking around to hear about the token, and they want to hear all the juicy details. These are our true DeFi and crypto community, right? Now,
the core crypto's still here. Let me tell you that. I can see them.
I see the folks on Twitter, and we really appreciate you guys for tuning in. So the thing is that I'm sure all of you who have ever interacted with a DeFi platform probably feel like it's either difficult to engage with. You land on you launch the application, and there's no real explanation as to what to do or what the benefit is to the user. Or you get there and it's just a smorgasbord of tons of different markets or yield staking opportunities or whatever it might be, to the point where it's overwhelming and you have too many choices and you just end up leaving, right? And a perfect example, like Don was saying, it's happened with the boys, where Eric was basically trying to loop Ethereum on Aave. We had Chase, Don Jr., myself, the Waycroffs, we were all out to dinner. We were talking about it, and they wanted to, go and loop some Ethereum. We had this great conversation about it. So I send Aave, the link to Aave, to Eric, and he goes, "You got to give me a call. I'm too frustrated. I can't figure this out." Right? So we proceed to go through the steps of how to loop Ethereum on Aave, and and he did it. He's technically savvy. And if someone and I know Eric, he's a technically savvy guy. It's not like trying to explain it to
I can't wait to hear it.
No, it's not like
As a brother, I may argue with some of this, but
He's not in the room to hear that shot.
It sort of feels like the Zoolander, like the files are in the computer.
But yeah, it's absolutely right. And the thing is that there's no real thought to usability in DeFi. I think this is almost part of the ethos in DeFi, which is, if you don't get it, it's not for you. And I think that's a big problem, where if we really want to see a massive amount of adoption, mainstream adoption, and liquidity flood into this market, we need to build products that the everyday user who's used to interacting with apps on their phone, who's used to using certain financial sites and tools, can relate to and instantly pick it up, feel like they know what to do with the product, what the benefits in it for them, and to be able to use it right away without too much info and friction.
So what's the main goals of World Liberty Financial? Let's go question to the both of you, right? Zach and Chase. So I'll go to you first, Zach. But what's the goal? But most important, how do you plan on actually accomplishing these goals?
Yeah, so I think rather than trying to rebuild the wheel, it's to take what's the best of DeFi and basically bring it to the everyday person who isn't already
and has God to his forefather, even as a son sprung from the same stock, and of the same high descent as yourself. And if you are stationed in a high position, are you therefore forthwith to set up for a tyrant? Remember who you are and whom you rule, that they are by nature your kinsmen, your brothers, the offspring of God. But I paid a price for that.
and to be shooting somebody, but he saw the gun, saw the smoke, saw the flame from the gun, very far away.
And she got really interested in giving the floor and someone was pegging, you know, like what the fuck? Like,
I didn't say anything about picking a season, but it's a strap on.
Performance and the lowest transaction fees, the most throughput, and the most usability will win, right? The platform that gives the most transparency and the best rates and the most competitive rates on assets
Right.
will win. It does not matter your political leaning. Everybody is going to embrace World Liberty Financial when they see what we build. They are not going to care. All they're going to do is say, thank you guys for doing what you did for crypto. I don't expect you to hear it today. I expect a lot of chatter and,
Of course.
it is what it is. But 1, 2, 3, 5 years from now, everybody's going to look back and say, oh my God, they said they were going to do it and they did.
That's all I can hope for, because it's something that I think we all want and hope to do well in the space. We have Eric back in the room.
I'll sum it up.
Do you want to sit right there, swap with,
I'll go pick
slide
up.
down, and then maybe get Eric right next to me? Or do you want to like that? That way we'll get. All right, everybody, hang tight, because we got Eric Trunk back in the room, straight out of, you were on Hannity, is that what we were
I
on?
was on Hannity, a very multi-dimensional life I live.
Yeah, you were in the room here helping us out, then back out to Hannity in the van, and then back here with us. I mean, come on, who's got it better than this? Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. But you know, Eric, I got a couple questions for you here. We've had an incredible chat with.
Spoiler alert, by the way, we talked a little bit about your looping Ethereum, so the
Yeah, that was
secret's out.
I like that.
Yeah, sorry, because we had to get Zach talking, and you know, he got really excited.
Jump in on this one because honestly, I actually.
Please tell it yourself. Tell it yourself.
Story.
Listen, I'm in the hospitality industry, right?
Yes.
We don't want guests to show up at our hotels. We don't want them to touch a door. We don't want them to, ever carry a bag, right? We're in hospitality for a reason.
Right.
I have to say, the one thing that the crypto world has probably done a bad job with is actually the hospitality aspect of it. Everything's freaking difficult, right? And I went to one of the best schools in the country, smart guy, I understand technology very well. The amount of times that I called Zach saying, I don't get this. I popped open a MetaMask account and I literally can't get the browser to pop up because my Chrome extension isn't working. And then you go to, Aave and you try and do some looping, but you have to loop it 3 times in order to get to the actual transaction to loop it. And I'm sitting there saying, man, I'm a pretty smart guy. Again, I understand technology enough. I can't get this to work. There's no way that half of society is. And honestly, if there's one contribution I want to make to the world of crypto, it's actually making it user friendly. And this can be like one of the big theses. I pound this in the guys all the time. Like, treat me as your consumer, but treat me at 2 generations above me as the consumer for a second. And let's go through and let's try and make it idiot-proof. But, there's so much potential. And honestly, I think one of the things that have kept so many people out of the crypto space is actually that confusion, right? I mean, half the domains are .io. I think if you went to, a couple generations over me, they never typed in that domain. They don't even know what it kind of
Everything's
means.
taken.
And so how do we bring what we're so good at, which is almost comfort and usability? How do these guys program that into a space where it does everything that Don talked about, right? So many people in this country are disenfranchised. So many other people want this. I mean, why does Chase have 60-story buildings that are 2 million square feet in every single city in this country? Hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in taxes and payroll and this and that, which they're passing off to consumers. When this can be done on blockchain, it can be done quicker. It can be done less painlessly. Your money can get wired into an account in like a couple hours. Direct to your account. There's all the BS, all the nonsense taken out of it. I mean, that is modern day finance. It's modern day finance. But why can't we do that in a way that's efficient, clean, simple, user friendly? And it's one thing that just hasn't been done, because again, when you start trying to link up a Coinbase account to a MetaMask account to an Aave account or a Dolomite account, it's tough. It's absolutely. That might actually be a quote to somebody that's in this room.
Oh, there you go.
He's coming in next.
Corey can come in here next and talk all about that.
Corey, we're going to make it user friendly.
That would be great. So let me ask you. I mean, we've had Don Jr. here. We had your father. We have yourself now. yourself now, sorry. So, how could the Trumps coming into DeFi change the way wealth creation works in America and across the world?
So think back for a second. Yeah, say you want to go open up a tech movie business and you have $10,000 of Ethereum and you want to borrow against Ethereum. Why can't you just be able to go and do it? Why do you have to go shed your assets? Why do you have to go sell your assets, something that you believe is going to appreciate tremendously? Why can't you do it? And why can't you do it instantly? That person goes to Chase, zero chance they're getting a loan. Zero chance. They'll laugh, right? There's not enough zeros behind their name. They'll go through a process that's 120 days long, at which time the business will be gone because your inspiration will be shattered. And by the way, chances are you're 120 days into the process, they tell you no. They cancel you for a post that you made at some point that you believe was right on social media or something along those lines. It's not efficient. Why can't this be done on blockchain? Why can't this be done, quickly, seamlessly? And there's so many different financial tools. I literally feel like our financial system is broken. Our financial system vastly favors the wealthy. It gives others not a chance of success. You better be in kind of, the club. If you're not in the club, you probably don't have a chance. And by the way, if you're not in the club, you're also not getting the best terms.
Not at all.
So there's no parity on lending, borrowing. It kind of quells freedom. And that's not how it's meant to work. It's not how it's, and then at the same time, these banks, as I said before, we own some of these buildings, right? They're carrying these assets, payments on these assets. They're carrying 60 floors full of cubicles filled with thousands and thousands and thousands of people to push through transactions, at which time they charge you for, the application process, but then deny your application 90 days later. There's got to be a better process, right? And if you want to look at financial institutions going into the future, you better believe that inefficient model is going to be extinguished. And that these transactions can happen immediately on blockchain with a couple pushes of a button, without the discrimination, without the nonsense, and that's what excites me. It's so obvious.
Yeah.
It's and I fell down this rabbit hole. Let me just say one other thing. I'm an unconventional guy for crypto, right? I'm a bricks and mortar guy. There's no guy who's built more buildings. There's no guy that's built more hotels. There's no guy who's built more golf courses. It's what I do every day. It's hospitality. I'm a guy who likes the world where you can touch something, bricks, mortar, concrete, tangible. If you've made a believer out of me, then honestly anybody would be a believer, right? Because if you actually think about it, what crypto is, it's such a hedge to all of that, right? Right now, a hurricane can come slam into the east coast of Florida, and congratulations, your home, your business is gone. You can see what's happened in California, where you have the largest exodus of people because of bad policy, high taxation, right? So many factors gone. You have geopolitical factors, gone. You've got crooked AGs and DAs in states who target you relentlessly. Gone. You have a bank that cancels your account, like Don was talking about with PNC Bank taking out it, right? So all of a sudden now your business collapse is gone because somebody targeted you. Think about all the intangibles in the world that can happen. Mm-hmm. That can't happen on blockchain. That can't happen, right? And so, as much as people sometimes say the bricks and mortar, it's safe because it's there and there's always something to collect off of it. Well, there's also inherent risks to all of those things that I mentioned, right? And I'm a big fan of Michael Saylor. He's a guy I've known for 20, 25 years. I've known Michael before he was
really?
I knew him back in New York, and
that's cool.
Different days, and he's a guy I tremendously respect. I actually think he does a better job talking about this than just about anybody.
I agree.
He gave one of the great dissertations at the last Bitcoin conference about this, which is no. You actually invest in crypto to de-risk as opposed to add risk, and I think when you can start getting your mind into that mentality about how many inherent risks are actually taken off based on secure blockchain, global currency, a hedge against devaluation, a hedge against global insecurity. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's opened my eyes as, again, a guy who builds in bricks and glass and dirt, and it's. I've become such a believer. I'm really passionate about it.
So I love that you're saying that, because when you were out of the room, we talked about cryptocurrency as a means of freedom. And you're someone that said you were like the typical brick and mortar guy. It's see, feel, touch. When I got into NFTs, like, I can't see the art. We're like, well, you spend more time on your phone looking at art digitally, so what's the matter? You not stare at your wall all day long. So what was the one thing, I'm sorry, I'm going off, I just need to ask you, what's the one thing that turned you into this believer? Because there's a lot of people listening to us now that may think that they're not of age for crypto, but that makes no sense, right? There's a lot of people that think you can't see, feel, touch, but then you said, hey, one hurricane, your shit's gone. Sorry, and everything's gone. So, what was the thing that made you switch?
By the way, listen, we know one of the biggest portfolios of properties in the world.
Yeah, but what made you?
I'm literally a hard asset guy, right? I mean, I'm sitting here in a suit. These guys are sitting here in t-shirts and tattoos, right? Like we're blending two worlds. Don, hop in here from afar because why is that, Jerry? I think that's right. There's more holes in big jeans.
You guys are really concentrated. Oh, and
This is why we love it, man. It costs more than your suit.
I would also venture to say, you know, you guys might not be traditional crypto guys, but after like Chase and I have gotten to know you and your family, and like you guys are everything that crypto stands for. So if maybe there was a technological, you know, catch up or whatever, but short of that, everything you guys are about and represent is everything that crypto has been about since the absolute beginning.
You know, I would have never guessed that, you know, there's so many people who really have fallen into a movement of love really because they felt like they were left behind in this country. You know, and really not just this country, it's actually global, it's all over the world, would actually be the very people who actually aligned most with cryptocurrencies. It's like the identical person, even though they're so different in so many ways. You know, it's kind of a beautiful thing to watch. But if anybody believes that traditional banks are going to look like they do today in 25 years, they've just missed the mark, right? I mean, if you look at Bitcoin, just Bitcoin, this before you get to all the other, I mean, the Ethereums and everyone else, it's just Bitcoin. It's grown faster than the internet did starting, I think, in 1997 by total value. I mean, it's remarkable. I mean, it's remarkable, the store of wealth. It's remarkable. Now, all of a sudden, you see these ETFs coming out. You see all the exchanges are coming out, you know, trading Ethereum, trading Bitcoin. That's opening up every single day. You see, you know, BlackRock coming out, and, you know, they've entered the world in a big way. Morgan Stanley's come in a big way. I know the heads of many of the biggest banks. I was talking to one of them today, like one of the biggest consumer banks, and they're rolling out a massive crypto platform.
That's awesome.
It's happening. And you know why it's happening? Because people damn demand it. They're saying to them, they're going to every private wealth advisor, I don't care how much money, I want to buy Ethereum. I want to buy Bitcoin. I believe in these assets. I believe in, you know, this digital currency that I can have. And one other thing, aside from people demanding it, think about the problem with our monetary system right now, right? You know, say you want to go buy a painting from, you know, from somebody overseas or a watch from somebody overseas. How do you do it? Yeah, I mean, so say you have to.
It's pretty tough.
Okay, but I'm not just talking about going over to Germany. You want to buy a watch from a guy in Germany. You want to buy a painting from somebody in Spain. I mean, how do you do it? Okay, first you need to convert the money. You know, they need to find a bank over there. They need to, you know, routing numbers. But the routing numbers are under kind of a different system than over here. And, you know, then somebody takes a VIG of 20%, and somebody else takes a VIG of another 10%. And you don't actually know if you're just going to the right spot. And, you know, things aren't translated in the right language. And so you don't actually know what the hell you're sending. You don't know if you're going to get your product. I mean, you know, versus somebody popping open their ledger and, you know, transferring over the, you know, $1,500 for whatever they wanted to buy. Isn't there a beauty behind the simplicity of point to point? And by the way, why should that middleman get that big? Did that middleman create that product?
Absolutely nothing.
Did that middleman want that product? Why is that middleman even there other than an inefficient market? You know, why shouldn't they become redundant immediately? And it's one of kind of the many beautiful things about currencies. And in fact, I want to be the first hotel company, golf company that literally can be paid for, meaning where you can pay for your room, you can pay for your dues, you can pay for your initiation fees, you can pay for your dining, vis-a-vis cryptocurrencies. I think it's the coolest thing in the world, and I'm actually, spoiler alert, like, you know, we're working.
Oh, you're going to make one of my friends very happy right now, Eric.
There's no question that this is the future, guys. And when I met these guys, I was incredibly impressed. They've got a great vision, you know, and you know, we believe in their plan and what they're about. And we also have great rapport, which is, you know, which has been a lot of fun. You can hear kind of the banter with Don.
Yeah, I saw it all. I heard it all.
I was in a shit talk with the shit talk, right?
Yeah,
so that's important, and you know, we're having a lot of fun by believing in their vision, and I think they're going to do great things.
I love that. It's funny because before coming to Mar-a-Lago, last year I hit the Trump National Doral, and my friend, whose name is also Eric, was like, when you go talk to Donald Trump, can you please ask him to start taking crypto as payments for his golf course? I was like, listen, I'm not supposed to slide in questions from friends. Like, I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna stay in my focus, and I'm not sharing my doc with anyone. But you just said it, so I can't.
So there you go. You're welcome, Eric.
Scoop, right? There you have the scoop, and I cannot wait to pay.
Here's fun because we're nimble and fast. You probably tell by the way we talk, but because we're nimble and fast, I mean, we'll implement that immediately, and everybody else will follow it, and it's an awesome thing. And I think the faster the world can integrate, the faster America can embrace this. You've got sovereign wealth funds that are putting their entire fortunes into crypto. America doesn't do it, and we're going to be left behind. We can't be left behind in anything we do. Certainly not digital finance, right? And also, if you look at cryptocurrency, I mean, it trades off the U.S. dollar. I mean, what's more accretive to the U.S. dollar than cryptocurrency, right? And by the way, you've got people who don't want to see America be the worldwide currency, right? You have massive competition from around the world, and and competition makes everybody better. But I mean, it's actually a beautiful thing what it does for the monetary system, and I hope that continues because we better embrace it. Otherwise, we are going to get left behind. And
Absolutely.
We make a mistake when we say that this is just Asia. It's not just Asia. It's the Middle East in the biggest possible ways.
Absolutely.
It's South America in the biggest possible ways.
Absolutely.
And now, one other thing, like I bridge this unique gap where I understand traditional finance. It's what I've done kind of my entire life. And then I see kind of the younger generation. I see members who just killed it of ours at our clubs. I see friends who are younger who they just believe. And then you see a Baron who is so smart, so great, so everything. And he's literally sitting there, telling me, he's like, Eric, you wouldn't believe it. I've got kids that are trading Ethereum in the back corner of their college class. And it is such a language of love for that generation.
I love that.
I know he's coming up and he's awesome. He's doing great.
I wish he was here with us right now.
He's obviously in school but he's so passionate about it. He loves it. But he's like, hey, bud, all my buddies are literally trading in the corner, and they're buying points, and it's we better damn well embrace it as a country because it's coming. It's coming fast, and the people who are ignoring it, the people who don't want to embrace it, the people who don't want to figure it out, the people who don't want to make the effort, they're going to be left behind. But at the same time, I think it's truly our job to make it understandable because right now, to the vast majority of people, without great coaches like these guys right here, where you can call up and say, hey, man, I'm having a problem with that browser extension. Can you help walk me through it? If you don't have that coach, you're probably stuck. Short of watching YouTube videos for 9 hours, we have to make it intuitive. We have to make it user-friendly, and we will. And I think that's going to open the eyes to anybody that's still on the sideline and, doubting the true potential of what this ultimately will be.
I think that's a mic drop moment, so that we could go into our final segment with Corey and get to the questions that the crypto people want to hear. But Eric, thank you so much for this. That was an honor.
Great
I know
job.
you were just in another interview, so you being here is really cool right now. Thanks,
guys.
Hang tight, everyone. Hang tight. We're still going.
Here he
Get
is,
Corey in here. Get Corey in here.
following the
All right.
exciting
Get Corey in
announcement.
here. We were supposed to, I promise you all, because I know the run of show, I built it. We were meant to go for 45 to 75 minutes. So 45 minutes to an hour and 15. And here we are closing in on, it's 2 hours. It's 9:59 p.m. I just realized that. And shout out to the crew here that's absolutely crushing everybody transitioning in and out of this Twitter Spaces. You absolutely love to see it. It's also awesome to see that Donald Trump lets his account stay on stage the entire time, and I really appreciate everybody's for still being here and listening to us. Mr. Corey, you're now in the hot seat that President Trump, Don Jr., and Eric.
Yeah, that's the executive seat you're in right now.
How does that feel? You were just in there too.
It felt good. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I've lost a little luster over here, but maybe it's because I'm sitting next to Corey, who is far more intelligent than I am.
Listen, I think this chair's tired of me. So, let's get into it, Corey. You've built Dolomite. You're a very successful crypto entrepreneur yourself. You've been, kind of talked up before coming up here by the whole family. Pretty much, it's awesome that you're involved. So, considering the high visibility of, and the expectations, right, surrounding this project, how do you approach the security and the architecture aspects of it? Because it has to be robust, has to be reliable. So it's important for us, the crypto community, to understand like how are you going to make sure that this thing is like very secure.
Well, security as a whole, it can never be perfect. I think of security as more of a journey. We've seen things that we thought were secure in the early days of crypto and open finance before it was even called DeFi that we thought were good, and certainly over time things have changed. So it's really important for not just myself, but for this whole team to remain nimble, adapt, continue to soak up information like a sponge as new things emerge, and never get stuck in the mud of what you think is the best. There's always going to be new methodologies and new things for us to embrace, and we have to always remain open-minded to it.
So, they said that you came in as an advisor, then Zach kind of broke the news, etc., your involvement, etc. So you were kind of put on the spotlight here, but I want to know like what attracted you to this project. You're a crypto OG. You've been involved in the space for a long time. When your announcement was made that you became an advisor, obviously I've been following this closely as I was preparing for today for a few weeks now. It's kind of like shifted even the sentiment, right? Like it was like, oh, whoa, he's involved, right? And you're my fellow CryptoPunk brother, so I love that. But, it's CryptoPunk's on stage right now with Donald Trump. It's pretty cool, huh? But
Whoever would have, honestly, can we just take this back 1 second before we
Right
get into
there.
that? If you would have thought 6 months ago that Donald Trump is dropping a decentralized finance project,
I think you're crazy.
would anybody have believed it?
Absolutely not.
Hell no!
CryptoPunks.
And that's the other thing with the CryptoPunks, right? Which is really cool. And then, let alone after what happened yesterday, which obviously wasn't planned at all, and then he's still accepted to be on here, which is really freaking cool.
No, let's get it clear. He didn't even consider canceling.
I heard. I was told that he was very
zero.
excited.
Oh, he was hyped.
Earlier today.
There was nothing that was going to stop him.
It was funny. Everybody was like, "Oh, well, that's not happening. That's not happening. That's not happening." And I was like, "Guys, like, I haven't heard. You guys never even told me, hey, this may not happen. You just told me just.
We can't set up yesterday. We'll have to do it this
We can't
morning.
set up tomorrow. Just see you tomorrow 9 in the morning, right? So we post on a video early. But Corey, like, I want to go back to it and ask you because it's very important, right? I think for people to hear this from you, so what attracted you to this project? Like, why are you doing this?
Well, obviously the impact and reach for something like this is absolutely massive. I've been building in crypto professionally since about 2017, and I've seen the space evolve so much over time and go from what was a bunch of ragtag people working on things and people starting up projects through small grants from the Ethereum Foundation into something much, much larger. We're seeing the biggest decentralized finance protocols handling tens of billions of dollars in AUM or assets under management. We're seeing them process billions and sometimes even trillions of dollars worth of transactional volume. These are big numbers that start to attract the eyes of the banks, of course, but then we've also seen the regulators also start to catch the attention of it. And it's time to regain the focus now and really focus in on what makes this space, decentralized finance, so important. We've seen a lot of people lose sight of that over the past couple of years with the fallen false shepherds of Alex Mashinsky and Sam Bankman-Fried.
Yeah.
And those people don't really represent what our industry is all about. We really wanted to bring the spotlight back in and focus it on what really makes this space so important. And I think that Eric, Donald Jr., Eric, Zach, Chase, they did a tremendous job of really talking about all the different pain points that we've seen people come across over the past couple of years, from the unbanked to the user experience problems to the disenfranchisement. These are all really important problems that are not going to go away. Certainly as the world becomes more polarizing, we need to find ways to coalesce, and we need to find ways to make finance not discriminate against people. And this is the obvious solution. So it's an honor to be a part of the team and be able to help them this way, and I'm truly humbled to be here.
I'd love to hear that, and it's obviously like it feels good to hear from someone like yourself, right? So especially when it comes to a platform that needs to be robust and secure, given all the attention and the eyes that's on there. Zach, I'm gonna go to you here as we start closing off. Look, I'm assuming you guys are gonna have a lot of news come out as you can drip them out, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I think Chase, it was pretty much an open invite. If media wants to know more and learn more, they can reach out to you and ask you questions directly. But I want to ask you, the questions that some people want to know.
Please.
And it's really important, even for myself. Like, you know, we're media, we're in crypto, and I want the space to thrive. And it's important for us that, you know, you guys, you know, doing this with the Trumps, you know, puts a good, you know, energy out there in our industry, right?
Absolutely.
And a good aura over it. So, you know, the question that everybody wants to know about World Liberty Financial right now is, will there be a token, and are you planning?
Yeah.
Elon?
Well, I'm sorry. I think we have a request.
Yeah. Sandra, do you have my phone? 1 second, y'all.
Okay, well, I promise you we'll answer that, but looks like we have a really special guest here.
It doesn't matter. I have it. I have the audio. Just get him up. Just get him up. You're good. We don't see him on the spaces.
We call.
Yeah, just gonna call him.
But yeah, apparently he just texted me. My father.
Okay.
Okay.
It looks like we've got a really, really exciting
Last
guest.
minute guest.
Why don't I start talking?
Like,
Let me answer, and then we'll bring him on here.
Yeah.
So, shoot me the question again.
sorry, it was the question directly was like, is there going to be a token?
Okay, so I think this is probably one of the most highly anticipated things that's out there. There's been a lot of debate. I've seen some crazy predictions on the prediction markets. So everybody get ready to cash your tickets. The answer is yes. There will be a token. Because I knew you were going to ask me about this, I prepared a written statement that I'm going to read that, you know, I'm going to give everybody a little bit of context and make sure that they understand exactly what the token is about. So, okay, so at World Liberty Financial, we believe that it is important for there to be broad-based participation in the direction of the World Liberty Financial platform and decentralized finance as a whole. And we believe that a governance token is the best way to seek to achieve that outcome. Therefore, we're planning to sell and otherwise distribute governance tokens called WLFI in the future. WLFI tokens are pure governance tokens only providing the right to make proposals and vote on matters related to the platform. WLFI will be non-transferable and do not provide any right of any economic rights such as dividends or other distributions. And we only want eligible people who actually plan to engage in the direction of World Liberty Financial governance to purchase the token. So this means not people that are motivated simply by an expectation for resale for profit. And a quick reminder that although we are sharing these plans now, this discussion here that we're having is by no means intended to be an offer to sell or a solicitation of an offer to buy tokens anywhere. Any such offers and sales, if and when commenced, would be done through a specific token sale with token sale terms and a separate announcement through our official channels. So, long story short, yes, there will be a token. Make sure you're following us on our official Twitter,
Which is the co-host of the Twitter Spaces.
which is the co-host of this Twitter Spaces. Do not fall for all of the scammers that are running rampant. Avoid scams. Follow us on our World Liberty Financial official channel, which you can find again as the co-host here, and you will be able to get the first information on how you can participate in the governance token.
Okay, thank you very much. Look, I'm gonna ask you a few more questions about it, but
Please.
I'm assuming that when
I'll do my best.
do your best. Listen, I know how it is. I operate a company in crypto. I know how it is. So
Plus, I've got not even all. I've got a handful of my lawyers standing across the room, staring daggers at me. So
yeah, very definitely. I can feel it.
there's a lot of suits in here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I got my suit on. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. We're outnumbered, bro.
So who can buy it?
Okay, great question. So, although we don't consider WLFI to be a security, in the light of regulatory uncertainty surrounding tokens and token sales in general in the United States, we've decided that it's prudent to limit the token sales to certain persons who would be eligible to participate in transactions that are exempt from registration under the U.S. federal securities law. So that means that U.S. persons may only participate in a potential token sale if they have been reasonably verified as accredited investors under what is known as Regulation D. Similarly, we would expect that any potential non-U.S. token sale would be limited to non-U.S. persons and comply with applicable restrictions under what is known as Regulation S.
So it's Reg D, Reg S. So,
Correct. Yep.
Okay. So
Exactly.
that I think that clears a lot of the chatter that was happening.
Yeah, there's a lot of information that's floating around out there that's mainly untrue. So, we're going to address as much of it as we
Please,
possibly can here. And obviously, we're going to be doing subsequent announcements on our social. We're going to be doing subsequent Twitter spaces with more of the core team
Okay.
where we dive into stuff. We would love to have you join us on that as well. Once our lawyers tell us that we're good to go.
Of course, and you know the whole legalese thing is just a crypto thing. Like you just have to do it. It's not even it's a financial market thing.
When
so.
we get clarity on the regulations, we'll be able to do a free Twitter Spaces. But hopefully November 4th, we get that opportunity.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna keep going, right? Please. And I promise y'all, team. The crew's getting tired, I'm sure. But I got.
The lawyers are getting nervous back there. They're sweating.
I still gotta, in the words of I think it's President Trump's drill, baby, drill. So
Drill.
I think I still got a drill, baby, drill over here. So how is this token going to be distributed?
Okay, so we caution everyone, like I said, that there's a lot of scams out there in crypto in general. There may be plenty that are, claiming to have some sort of relationship with World Liberty Financial. Again, if it doesn't come from our official Twitter or Telegram accounts or our website, it is not real. Don't look at the comments on our Twitter and see the contract addresses and the posts down there. If it is not an official post, it is not coming from us. So please be careful. As far as the overall distribution of the token, I think this might really make a few journalists cry when they realize that they have it just so wrong. If I may say, fake media will fail once again. So let's get into the true distribution of the token. So there's been a lot of speculation. How is the token being distributed?
Yes.
So it is just like any other DeFi project that you can expect to see that's launching now with incredibly fair token distribution. Approximately 63% of the tokens are going to be sold to the public. There have been no pre-sales, there have been no VC early buy-ins with discounted allocation. Despite any sort of speculation out there, the first time that this will sell will be when we sell it to the
63%.
63% all selling to the public. 17% have been set aside for user rewards, and only 20% has been reserved for the team compensation. That includes team, advisors, and future hires. So we would hope for broad participation, and to enable broad participation of governance, we need to cap that voting at 5%. So regardless of how many tokens somebody holds, they will not actually be able to exercise a vote in excess of 5%. So this keeps the governance fair and equally distributed, and aiming for true decentralization.
What was reported prior was far different from this. Not through you guys.
Shocker.
Of course.
They got it wrong.
Shockers. So I
Shocker.
knew you guys were waiting
They had no
to get.
confirmation. Went to the news. Shocker.
So I just want to confirm with you one more time and go over the numbers again, right? If I may.
63%, approximately 63%. Go
public
to public sale.
63% approximately to a public sale.
Approximately
17% is held for user rewards, which makes sense.
Correct.
Right? Because you need something to give to the people as the platform grows and goes and incentives. And 20% to the team and advisors.
Correct.
Right? And then the rest, that's about
That's
about 100%.
There's
Sorry,
your
don't turn
rest.
us into a stream, okay? The tension's been high for the last couple
That is
weeks.
100%.
That is 100%. So 63, 17, and 20 are the numbers.
Approximately. I say approximately because there's
One
some
or two
decimals
points
that
here
are
and there.
rounded
Yeah,
up.
I don't want to put you in.
The lawyers are sweating back
But
there.
it's still important for you to double down on 62% because what was reported and what was told to me before I came here was not that. And this is one of the reasons why, at least my next question, the final question I have for you guys today, that
Well, yeah,
probably
just to speak to that.
sure.
There's a lot of things that I've read that are not true. And, there's two ways of handling it, right? We could spend our whole time trying to combat the narrative that's out there. But we all know in crypto, none of that matters. It doesn't matter what people are writing on the internet. All that matters is on-chain activity. All that matters is how many new users sign up for Coinbase. How many new users get MetaMask accounts? How many new users bring liquidity into the space? And that, at the end of the day, is what we will ultimately be judged upon.
Yes.
And that is the only thing we're focusing on. So rather than getting distracted by the articles and the requests for interviews and the hit pieces that they're trying to put out, we are simply focused on building and growing our entire mission.
Got it. And so I guess my last and final question we'll be able to get out, is how did the crypto community respond to the project so far? I'm assuming that post this interview and the final, numbers that you've given us, which were not public until now, that may change. But so far, how has the crypto community could responded to your project?
you know, it's like anything, you're going to have people that accept you. You're going to have people that are jealous of you. You're going to have people that just don't agree with your idea. All of that is completely fine. The thing that for me has been absolutely incredible is to see the people who I regard as, the leaders in our community, the people that I look up to, the people that I know have been here on the protocols and building things that I use every single day, have all been insanely supportive. And while, we've made a bunch of our advisor announcements, Corey's actually joined the team. We announced Sandy Pang. We announced Luke. We've announced
Let me give you my money so I can own your WLFI coin. Wow, what an incredible investment. Gotta be a accredited investor. Ooh.
Names that,
why don't you answer me? I blocked you. I don't want to talk to you anymore. All you do is say, how's Johnson? Think I give a fuck? Fuck off. Get your own booty hole.
Massive people who have been very much at the forefront of building the infrastructure that we all run crypto on. And they've all been very supportive.
How long am I going to talk to you for? About what?
And it has been
Daniela Chosen? Woo! Wow, just go look at her Instagram. What the fuck do you want to know? She's got a butthole.
And the meetings that I'm in every single day, I can tell you that the crypto community and the people who actually matter in the crypto community have been insanely supportive and understand truly what President Trump and the
Nothing's nice,
Trumps
Paul.
getting involved with this means for the space.
I appreciate you clarifying that, and it's very important for us. Like I told you earlier, everybody's got to kind of earn their spot in this space. It's kind of the other way around, right? No matter who you are.
These people are all crazy.
The space, even pushing back a little
This
bit.
guy's from the Philippines or something.
Donald Trump and
Trump
Pro
left.
And family and you guys project. There's the bad, but there's also the good, right?
Trump left. Oh my god. I was expecting Trump to say something. He said, join me live, but apparently he's like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm out of here. I don't think he can actually, help promote somebody's shitcoin. I can't believe I wasted all that time listening to that. What a waste of fucking time. Everybody thought Trump was gonna say something because of the assassination, but no. He just left. Well, Clubhouse has opened the gates, and when you click on live rooms, there's more live rooms than I've ever seen before, and there's so many rooms now. There used to be 30 rooms. Now there's it just goes on and on and on and on. It's like, well, I can't find anybody that I really want to talk to. I'm totally blocked. And there's nothing left. There's nothing left worth to troll. I've trolled all the trolls. I can't find anybody worthy to troll. There's no one left. They've all been trolled. Thoroughly blocked. The woes untold. There's nothing. There's nothing! These rooms are just unbelievably bad. What else is there? This is terrifying. I think the app is finally dead.
As much of it as we possibly can here. And obviously,
They arrested Diddy! Diddy got arrested, y'all! Diddy
that you wanted to, women should be protected.
No, but
And now y'all are laughing.
They got Diddy. Yeah, so I had to get a new washer. Anyways, I got the washer dryer situation is fine. Could be better because I still want to replace mine because it's disgusting. But somebody told me if I remove the plastic exterior that and I wash it, it'll remove the stank. But if that doesn't work, I'll just spend the money and get a new washer dryer. Just continue to spend myself into a blistering bankruptcy. No one cares. So time. They arrested Diddy, y'all. They got Diddy, dog. They got Diddy. They got Diddy.
I guess Kid Cudi had been implicated in some type of weird way where, like, I guess Kid Cudi and Cassie had been fooling around and sleeping with each other and stuff. And Diddy caught wind of it and got mad. These Americans. Oh yeah, I'm not from UK. I live in here. I live here, but I know where you fucking are.
Breaking news, doctor. They arrested Diddy. Diddy's been arrested.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah, they arrested Diddy. My poor little Diddy.
Dude, please tell me you're not trolling me. Oh, come on.
I'm serious. There's another room called They Arrested Diddy. It's gotta be true.
For real, no shit.
Let me see. Let me Google this.
That's fucking awesome, Saul.
Let's see. Diddy arrest? Let's see. Sean Combs arrested in Manhattan after a grand jury. Oh, a grand jury got him. They got him.
The MTK, Diddy, the MTK father, Diddy? Dude, the one that killed fucking Tupac. Yeah. Tupac, yep. Hell yeah, dude. I'm down with that. They actually got him in handcuffs. Holy shit.
They got Diddy. They got Diddy. They got Diddy. Sean Diddy Combs, they arrested Diddy. No, this is racist.
Adrian, shut the
This
fuck
is
up.
racist.
Dude, if I had a moderator badge, I would kick you out. No, but if you want to be real in this conversation. Oh, Snooki now. Yeah. You better be cashing that pink ticket and act like a normal person. Or you got 5 seconds, Adrian.
They arrested Diddy.
You know you love this. You know you love
He's a racist.
Bye.
Racist. Okay, this is P. Diddy arrested, gun Tupac justice. They arrested Diddy. They got Diddy. No! No! They got Diddy. No!
It's for the best.
For the best, this is racist. He was always such a gentleman. He was so good to those women. He's got such a big family. He's such a good man. They're gonna ruin another good man's life just like Donald Trump. Oh, look what they're doing to all these great men. One successful in politics and real estate, the other successful in pimping and hoeing. Oh no. It's a bad day for pimps. It's a bad day for hoes. Oh, me, Diddy, please, Jesus, dear Jesus, please protect me, Diddy, during his time of need. Protect Donald Trump from all these assassins.
Over the pen. He's gonna take over.
Take over the pen. He's not gonna have access to his human growth hormone. He won't be as strong as he is outside of prison. He'll grow weak. He won't survive. He needs his Justin Bieber booty hole. You know he raped Justin Bieber on camera. Oh my gosh. You know, I ran into him once on La Cienega Boulevard in like West Hollywood. He was running out of a sushi restaurant after some insanely hot Persian chick who was just like left him, like I guess got up and walked out of the restaurant and like ran into an SUV, or I don't know, maybe he was chasing her from the bar. Who knows? I wasn't in the restaurant. Anyways, he ran out and he ran into my chest, and I looked down at him and I was like, Kanye! And he looked at, I'm serious. He looked up at me and he said, "You dumb motherfucker."
You ran into me, Kanye.
I thought he was Kanye. I was just like, I had Kanye on my mind.
Does he look like he does on TV?
P. Diddy? I don't even really remember what he looked like other than like I knew he was, you know, I didn't know P. Diddy's name off the top of my head like I knew Kanye's name, but I knew who he was. And he was very short. He was only like, 5'6", 5'7".
So for me, I'm only 23, right? So I did not grow up around the Diddy's, R. Kelly's, but it's so unfortunate that like, all y'all are sex offenders at this point. Like, what happened? What's going on? Like, what happened in the 90s?
Everything is taken care of. So like the last thing, everybody's got nothing to do. So sex becomes the only thing that's like, it's like a game. And many men who have a lot of money, they end up organizing sex parties and things like that, and sex societies, sex groups. Like they're constantly trying to figure out ways how to get women to have sex. This is life.
Yeah, and everything was so new back then. I feel like, I don't know, is it really pinnable? Like, because everybody's just like, everything's so fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just feel like,
Welcome, Joy.
he definitely did some fucked up shit. I mean, if you saw the video.
No, they've got all kinds of evidence because they raided his house and they gathered more evidence, and now the grand jury is is going to arraign him, and they're gonna charge him with official state crimes. The only way they could have done this is with the grand jury. There's would have been no other way to arrest him. It took a grand jury to do it. So they must have gone to a judge and been like, "Hey, we have to convene a grand jury because we have evidence of extreme crimes here." And that's how all these things go down. That's the case with the mafia. This is how all these criminal charges get brought down on criminals. So this is what's happening. He's finished. He's R. Kelly. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one does. And another one does. And another one bites the dust. Sorry, P. Diddy. It was good while it lasted. Must have been a lot of great pussy. You're gonna probably be thinking about all that great pussy as you die in prison from Alzheimer's. Because he's gonna be there. He's gonna be there for quite a while. His sons, they're gonna change their names from P. Diddy to something else.
Yeah, but they were
Something else.
they were involved in most of that stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you think the sons were involved? Because do you know they say that O.J. Simpson's son was the one that actually killed Nicole Simpson?
I believe that.
I don't know. I bet you it was O.J. Okay, let's play a P. Diddy song. P. Diddy girl song. Let's see what it says. Okay, this is P. Diddy and Usher. This is called I Need a Lawyer by P. Diddy. This is P. Diddy as he made $10 million on this album. But now he's in jail. I need a lawyer! I didn't do it! It wasn't me! I didn't kill Tupac! I swear to God! I need a lawyer! I need a lawyer! I need a lawyer!
Yo, I'm internationally known on the microphone. I got it all, but I really need a wife at home. I don't really like the zone. Never spend the night alone. I got a few you would like them. But chicks that romance me don't tickle my fancy. Tiffany Nancy, that's not what my plans be. Need a girl that can stand me. Raise me a family. Go from trips to Delancey.
I guess technically all his music is no longer under copyright because he can't actually earn royalties while he's in prison. So, we're not violating any kind of terms of service community guidelines.
To the Grammys, cause most of these girls be confusing me. I don't know if they really love me or they using me. Maybe it's the money or maybe you ain't used to me. Cause you was
Isn't it amazing? Top of the world on a Tuesday. Thursday, you're in jail facing life in jail and you're looking for a lawyer. So, if you need a lawyer and you've been charged with a criminal trespass or some type of other crime, call me. My name is David Scheinbaum. I'm a lawyer here in Chicago, independent practitioner for 25 years. Give us a call, 312-498-0517. If you don't have a friend who can bail you out, we will bail you out as long as you have the cash.
was depressed and now you abusing me. That's why I need me a girl to be true to me. You know about the game, to know how it do to me. Without a girl on my side, the ruin me. Forget the world, girl, it's you and me. Now let's ride. I need a girl to ride, ride me. I need a girl to make I need a girl, I need a girl to ride on my side. Hey, my way, I need a girl to ride with me. I need a girl to be my girl, make me feel.
Imagine meeting P. Diddy and Usher at a party where they can't break character and be normal.
Run.
And their glasses are always on, and then they're licking their lips, and he's like, "Girl, why don't you let me take you out for dinner tonight? Get your number." And then she gladly gives P. Diddy the number. He's like, "All right, I'm gonna call you, girl." Also, news alert, bad news. My friend, one of the Jacksons, Tato or Titty or what was his name? I met him once in Hollywood, the W Hotel. Tito, big old Tito, the Titty Tito. He dead too. They all dying of of. Are you vaccinated, Shay? Not currently. Well, God bless you. Are you planning on updating that status like by tomorrow or something? Are you out of your fucking mind? You survived the great genocide, the apocalypse, and now you want to go to the doctor's office and get the jab? Are you stupid? Oh my God, listen to P. Diddy. Call your lawyer.
With all the right features and hood rap chicks that only rock sneakers, cell phones and beepers, and know how to treat ya. You bring a hard shit, walk out, leave ya. I find a girl, I'ma keep her.
Okay, let's find another P. Diddy song. Oh, this is Puff Daddy. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh, they can. This song isn't holding up well. Sorry, P. Diddy. You got God. You got God, Diddy. Dave Chappelle gonna make a whole new comedy routine about your ass. I guess I could hold you down. Can't stop a grand jury now, can you, P. Diddy? Oh, shit. Can't post bail neither, because it's a grand jury. His worst nightmare is coming to the truth. Can't nobody hold me down, featuring Maze. It's the worst dream in the world, he in jail. Who killed Biggie?
Clip that. What's up, Playboy?
Clip that.
Did you reach in your glove box there and give me registration? What's up?
Hell no.
Hell that.
Yo.
What's up, Puff?
Yeah, son.
Okay, now.
These two cops that pulled us over. No, they ain't touched me. No, hell no, they ain't touched me. They ain't trying to mess with me.
You crazy.
Let's tell me what time we gonna link up, man. We should be over here.
You know, P. Diddy is such a crazy psychopath. He's a little bit like Marlo from The Wire, where, you know, Marlo is just like absolutely insane. And P. Diddy, even in the music video, he can't break. He's not like a normal person because he's a sociopath. He's an absolute psychopath. And thank God the grand jury decided to arrest his ass today, 35 minutes ago.
Yeah, in a minute. I'll talk top. Why are you in the phone?
I guarantee you Tupac and Biggie are laughing in heaven right now. They're like, gotcha, bitch.
Now it's going on the hot track, melt like it's hot wax. Put it out, all the stores, bet you can shop that. Leave a nigga with a hot hat, frontin' like bad boy ain't got track. You can stop that. There's no guy slicker than this young fly nigga. Nickel 9 liquor, float you die quicker. This bedtime, out of town pop flipper. Turn Chris Dallas to a crooked eye slipper. Everybody wanna be fast, see the cash. Fuck around and weak staff, get a heat rash. Anything a bad boy way we smash. Something stats, push a bulletproof heat flash. I'm through being a player and a baller. Just want me run back, bitch, so I can spoil her. Mates wanna be the one you respect. Even when your decks rock your shots, your silks over still V-neck. Now things never seen, so you suck my juice. Clutch my ooze. Anything I touch, I bruise. Puff make his own law, nigga, fuck your rules. Good fellas, you know you can't touch this dude. Push us, cause we're close to the edge. We're trying not to lose our heads. Why you wanna take us under? Why you wanna take us under? I get the feelings time to make me wonder why you wanna take us under. Why you wanna take us under? Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Broken glass everywhere. If it ain't about no money, Puff, I just don't care. I'm that good fella, fly guy, sometime wise guy, sometime an H-A-W-A-I-I. Can you please stop smoking la la? Puff, why try? I'm a thug, I'm a die. I be out in Jersey, Puff and Hershey. Brothers ain't worthy to rock my derby. Don't never start to breathe when I'm in the club, G. Though I know the thug be wanting to slug me. Could it be I move as smooth as Bugsy? Or be at the bar with too much bubbly? Yo, I think it must be the girls wanna lust me. Or is it simply the girls just love me? Brothers wanna rock the rolls, rock the toes, rock the ice, pull out blocks, stop the light. I'm like, damn, how these niggas got that trust? Used to be my man, how you gonna plot on my wife? Do you think he snake me cause they hate me? Or he got his PhD, player hating degree? Push us, cause We're close to the edge. We're trying not to lose our heads. Time to make me wonder why you wanna take us under. Why you wanna take us under? I ain't getting out.
Turn that down. Turn that down. Down for me. I'm reading the newspaper. You're reading the newspaper? Well, then click some coupons for me, son. Answer the phone, please. Hello?
Good morning. It's Uncle Q. Is your dad home?
Uncle Q. Take that upstairs to your dad. He's probably on the toilet.
Waiting.
What I tell you about opening up the door when I'm using the bathroom?
It's Uncle Chris.
It is PD.
Say, the rain in Spain is mainly on the plains.
I pop a free soda honeys. Dummies, Playboy bunnies, those wanting money. Secure.
We've just uncovered a plot to overthrow the government of Tunisia. And our sources tell us it's all going down tonight.
The Princess of Tunisia's 21st birthday.
Exactly. The king's throwing a huge party. He asked us to invite you. Look after the princess.
It's under control. I'll talk to you later.
Comes P. Diddy, dog.
What's up, baby?
What's up, baby? Yeah, baby. Here we go. P. Diddy going to Tunisia. To the black hole. To the goo. To the goo.
You alright? You got some visitors, though. Get them on out. dime sack, right? Hot shit. Make a nigga say rewind that. Niggas know you go against the Harlem Gigolo. Get your hoe, lick a low, make the bitch kick it though. I represent hundreds and money, fly guys and gen. Ride with the tents, that be 35%. Goes on my lace, so I look both ways. Cop says okay, my 10 smoke race, no way. Nigga be without handing me my shit. Got plans to get my land in my six. Niggas out of town don't understand this shit. Pop champagne like I want a championship.
Who is this? It's the P. Diddy Fremen gonna save him from the prison. Good Bob.
Let's turn up. Shakumaku, not that Kuruni. Now y'all gonna act like y'all don't know nobody, huh? It's me. Now I'm a beach house, cream to the ceiling. I was a gentleman living in tenements. Now I'm swimming in all the women.
He was a gentleman living in tenements.
To the crushed liniment. Now my dividends be the new Benjamins. I like cinnamon. Over nigga sentiment. What you waiting for? Let the free show begin. How they came.
Please leave your message for 68029777533.
Bad boy!
It's ridiculous how you put your lips on this. Don't kiss right there, girlfriend, I'm sick of this. And I be super bees with a wrist full of G's, nigga, please. I'm the macaroni with the cheese. Around the world, but now, yeah. I don't know what left, don't know why. Why did you want to love me? I didn't want to
Thank you.
Not making my business. Hit them all strong. In my tongue, licking places. Niggas wouldn't dare put their face. Before I or die, hope I will make a flow by. In the brand new treads on the old job. Never my throat dry, even when the smoke fly. Eat the mommy throat dry and drive a low car. We never ride far, pack five in the car. Save money for the drinks, I'm about to buy the bar. And everywhere I drive, I'm a star. Little kids all on the corner scream, that's my car. It was days to the beat fly, now I'm in a TI. Coming close with BI, now nigga VI. Rock tons to go, not only that fold. Roll the way you wanna roll, break 100 out the soul.
Around the world, and we been player hated. I don't know why. Why do they want us back? I don't know why they hate us.
Why they hate?
Is it our ladies?
Is it our ladies?
Yo, they got P. Diddy, man. They arrested P. Diddy. Look out, they coming for me. That movie can't. 1997. That's incredible. For so 27 years he's been on the run. Wow. 27 years. It took 27 years. P. Diddy sentenced to 25 years. Murder. Okay, this is called P. Diddy sentenced to 25 years in jail for murder. Yo, what up, Jared? P. Diddy's done, dog. Grand jury got his ass. He's been on the run for 27 years. They finally got him. He's done, dog. Yeah. 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 He done. He done. He done. He did. He done. Everyone. This motherfucker, they should have gone after him 20 years ago. No, man, he murdered Tupac. What? Yeah.